fathers, dads, buds and lads, it's Trent. Welcome back to FHC, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna go for a little ride, a little mountain bike ride. Without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about 3 activities that I love to do to keep myself mentally and physically sharp. Ride along with me. See the beautiful scenes of nature, and let's see what we can come up with in our conversation today. Let's do it. So let's just prop the bike up there and we'll just head over here for a little chat on this big piece of ginormous piece of wood. Alright guys, here we are. So if you want to know where I am, I'm actually in a small town called Orwell, just a short distance from Elmer, Ontario. It's Springwater Conservation. You have about 7 to 10 kilometer bike trail. You could also walk on it, and it is just absolutely beautiful. It's groomed. I mean, the path is just straight and flat, not many potholes, and you could just cruise along. It's just a beautiful ride. And of course, like you just seen, trails are beautiful and they're nice. They have a nice twist and turn, and the roads are pretty windy, and I like that. Just up here a little ways, there's some little hills that are pretty steep, and of course the decline is pretty fun. And then of course when you descend, you go around these corners at a decent speed. I'll hopefully get some shots for you. So what I want to talk to you about today, guys, as my, I guess we call it a positive confession, is 3 things that I do daily, and some things that I'm starting to do that I've done before, but now that the weather is warming up, I'm going to do more often to keep on top of my fatherhood game. It brings me clarity and physical, I guess, health. Well, we'll start with number 1. Number 1, I like to get up in the morning. Of course, you got to have coffee. Without coffee, you cannot be the man that you aim to be. Come on, guys. If it's not coffee for you, maybe it's tea, and all fancy hot chocolate, be a cold beverage. But for me, coffee is a must. It's like my brother-in-law would call it, mud energy, or energy mud. Sorry, I think I got that wrong. After I have my coffee, I like to sit down on my single couch at home and read. Reading to me it's like protein for the muscles, except this is content for the brain. It stimulates your brain, helps you read faster. Learning is so critical, especially as dads, learning culture, curves and changes, what our kids will be facing. But not only that, you don't always have to focus on your kids when it comes to reading material. Read novels, mysteries, crime, all kinds of different themes and topics comes to reading. Opening your mind to imagination. So if you don't read, start with articles. Start with short form reading and then work your way up. I'm currently reading a mystery novel, and of course it's true crime. So it's true crime with a slight band of mystery to it. I love a good mystery. I love a good winding road. I love a good whatever that was. I don't know what it was. Bugs are out, but I like being drawn in and of course led to some suspenseful moment where you're kind of like one of those odd moments. But regardless, make sure you take time to read. It doesn't have to be long, but read something. Keep the mind sharp, keep the imagination flowing. Well guys, let's jump on the old mic. Let's head up the trail, find another spot and have another conversation. Let's go. There's a lot of people on the trail today, so if someone walks by, we'll just say hi and I'll introduce them to you. The second thing I like to do to keep mentally and physically sharp is hiking and camping. Yes, hiking and camping. Though, of course, during the winter months, we didn't get much opportunity to camp and get away. COVID-19 kind of calls for that now, right? Now that we're kind of in the warmer months, summer's coming. So you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be heading to the IOP. Fellas, you know who I'm talking about. I got a few friends, Matt, Sean, Mark, just a few of us. IOP stands for Island of Paradise. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I know it sounds mean. It is in Ontario, Eastern Ontario. It's a small island on a lake. So I'm not sure how big the island is. I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe a kilometer around. And it just sits nestled right in this beautiful lake. And it has a beautiful circumference of trees. There's a nice big rock to jump off, to swim. Fishing is great. It has a fire pit. And it's just everything you need for guys, for dads to get away and just enjoy some bud time. If anything I would encourage you to do as dads is to get away with your friends. Don't feel bad about it. Don't let guilt or shame creep in. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes your buds will keep you mentally sharp, keep you engaged, and creating memories with those you love that love you back. There's nothing like it. A campfire, good food, fishing, good conversation, everything you need to keep mentally sharp, of course, and physically sharp, enjoying life. Okay, with that, let's keep going. Talk about the third thing I like to do to keep mentally and physically sharp. Guys, well, I'm just going to take a little off-trail route here. Just walk into this a little bit and have a chat for the third and final activity that I like to do. Oh, there's some mud. Of course, there's some rain last couple of days, so the soil, the bottom of the path here is a little muddy. Well, with that, let's continue our ride. Go back to the car and we'll wrap it up there. All right, guys, well, just got a little ways to go over that way and go back to the vehicle. And anyway, just before I sign out, again, thank you so much for joining me this ride-along episode. I hope those 3 activities that I share with you helped you out. Hey, give them a try. And if you want to reach out to somebody, just to kind of get some motivation, inspiration, I'd love to help. My email's at the bottom of the screen right here. fatherhoodconfessions@hotmail.com. Reach out to me. Follow me on the social media platforms over here. But if this is your first time on the channel, why don't you go ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Hey, share the videos. Maybe you might know somebody who could benefit with a vlog like this. Again, we're here, we exist to help dads through honest conversation, be good parents, and help them navigate that. We'll talk to you soon. Signing out. All right. I need to say a few things. I need to debunk a statement. Someone once said to me, if you really love something, well, you need to think about it, talk about it, do it, watch it. If you love it, you got to do all facets of it. Well, I don't think that's true, and I'll prove it to you. I love food, but I don't cook very much. I don't talk about it, and I don't eat all the time, but I still love food. So hey, whatever you decide to do to keep mentally and physically sharp, just do it. Do it as much as you can and love doing it. It's not rocket science. But I figured I'd debunk a little myth that seems to be floating around out there, that if you love something, you got to be doing it 7 days a week, 5 or 6 hours a day. Depends on the context and what your goal is. But at the end of the day, if you just love something to move and stay mentally sharp, do it when you do it, and love it when you do it. That's it. That's my last words for the day. See you, gents.